Students from around Jefferson County learned about the dangers of driving distracted. The demonstrations raised awareness about issues like texting while driving, wearing seatbelts, adjusting music in the car, and driving under the influence of alcohol. What is probably the biggest takeaway that you're going to leave here today with?
Do not drink and drive. Please do not drink and drive.
Trauma coordinator Adam Lanson showed the students a demonstration looking at exactly what happens when you're injured in a car accident.
The number one way to prevent this from happening is prevention. So hopefully the kids are learning, what can happen to them, how easily it can happen to them, because oftentimes teenagers think they're invincible and they need to realize that they're not. But I think that they don't realize just how much goes into the health care that they need when they're in the trauma room. So I get a lot of big eyes during my presentation because they don't realize how much is going to be done to them. So just this, for lack of better terms, the scare tactics alone are enough for them to want to be a safer driver.
And most of the students say they left with a new respect for getting behind the wheel.
When we had did that thing where it was like one of the classmates got into the bed and stuff, and so it was like, I wouldn't want my family or something like that. I wouldn't want to get a phone call saying, like, my family got into a car accident because somebody was drinking, so I'm just going to make sure I don't be the one that's drinking and cause somebody else like a death in their family or something like that.
We tried out one of the exercises.
Okay. So you're going to extend your left arm.
It started with the sobriety test, wearing blurred vision goggles.
Your index finger, you're going to touch the tip of your nose. All right, now other arm. Right arm out. Index finger, touch the tip of your nose. All right. So you're going to lift your left foot 6 inches off the ground. 6 inches. Hold it for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Same thing.
Okay, wait,
where are my feet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
Did I make it?
Yeah, okay. I don't know if I've made it, but. Yeah. All right, so we're about to bounce you a tennis ball.
Oh,
if
God.
you do not catch it, don't go after it. Ready?
If you miss it, I'm going to get it.
Good job. Bounce it back. Perfect.
Good job.
Woo! And ended with a test drive.
It showed like the view here.
You ready, Jordan?
All right, so now I have the goggles on and I'm driving. I think I'm driving. Here we go. So right side of the road. Whoa. Okay, let's get off the wall. Wow. So this is what it feels like to drink and drive under the influence. I'm doing a terrible job. So the slower you go, the harder this is supposed to be. I just got a cold. Whoa. How was it? That was so hard. Yeah. Now our scores and how we did. I killed 3 people. And you injured 2 people. Yep. I failed most of the check marks. Success! Success!
Success or an eye-opening experience.
Don't drink and drive. You got to be cautious, even if, like, you got to have that mindset that everybody's on the phone, because they said, like, you got to have, like, quick reactions, just because, people don't care about your safety, so you got to care about your own safety.
It's a fun experience because I haven't started driving yet, and like really I'm kind of scared to drive because I was in a car accident, but seeing this helps me a little bit, because it's like the sheet that we just did with the driving. It shows like how many people I killed and if I'm sober or not. So yeah, it's a fun experience.
Children's of Alabama says they put a lot into this event each year with the hopes to prevent a tragedy.
Oh, we'd like to think that this is way more successful than any other type of program because they're getting to hear from the healthcare related field. They're getting to hear from Department of Transportation, the Department of Public Health. They'll hear from a state trooper later. So they're really getting a comprehensive approach to the reasons that you would want to be a safe driver.
Yes, I can still see her face. She was 16 years old. What happened, guys, because she did not have her seatbelt on, her upper torso, her rib cage was crushed, and her ribs went into her lungs, and both her lungs collapsed. This is the reason she died, because she couldn't get air. And that all happened because what? She didn't have on what it was her seatbelt. 7%
In Trustful, Jesselyn Adams, CBS 42 News. Local coverage you can count on.